Welcome back to my classroom setup series. This is video number 2. I am Charlotte, the trauma-informed teacher. This is a channel about teacher self-care, teacher lifestyle, and all the things in the classroom. So thanks for joining me. So glad you're here today. She's back. Does this mean that I'm gonna be in this classroom this year? At this point, I'm like 60% sure, but by Friday, I will be 100%. So I haven't heard anything. In the teaching world, when you get to August, no news is not good news. So I'm assuming that they're not gonna call me back, but I don't know what they're doing, so I can't really say. I will take the position if it's offered to me by Friday. If they can't offer it to me by Friday, then it's maybe something for me for another year. But what I do know is that I'm excited about the school year, and I'm ready to get this classroom ready, no matter what. So today I am in here, I am moving things around. I am changing this to my desk area, my teacher area, and I am moving my library over here where I told you in the last video. If you haven't seen that video, go back and watch it. I will put a link in the cards. I am changing out some bulletin board paper. I've already done one. I'm pulled this one down, and I'm gonna put this out in the hallway because I think I'm gonna put up my Africa mural back there behind my desk, because I call my teacher desk area Africa. So having that mural back there is ideal. So I'm just kind of like doing some of the big stuff today, and then tomorrow my plan is to come back in and set up my teacher desk area so that I will have like a home base that I can kind of, you know, do things from as needed. Do need to look at some online work too, because I have some things that I promised my team that I would do that I need to finish up. So I've got that. I just had a little lunch, so I am ready to get moving. So let's get to work. Last year, I had little campers out here with all of my students' names, welcoming them to the new school year, and then I just kind of added student work as the year went on and kept the background the same. I kind of like the idea of leaving this up all year, especially because this is the better than paper and it's really heavy duty and it looks nice forever. You would not even know that I bought this last year because it's just as nice as when I unrolled it the first time, and I just moved it from inside the classroom. So get yourself some better than paper because it is definitely worth the price. You can use it and reuse it. And, you know, if you have any ideas for me for my camping theme, for what I can put out here for my students this year instead of campers, let me know, because I am curious what you would do if you had the same theme. I still want to put names of all my students out here at the beginning of the year, but I'm just trying to decide what type of a like die cut that I want to purchase for that. So if you have any cute ideas, make sure that you comment below the video and let me know your thoughts. This is Future Editing Charlotte, and I just want to say that I don't know why last year I was so exhausted doing these bulletin boards. Literally, they took me no time at all this year. I don't know what the deal was. I think maybe it had to do with the fact that last year I moved my entire classroom and I had so much stuff And then we painted the entire classroom, and then we had to move things around and then move things back. And I think maybe it had to do with all the stuff that I'd already done. By the time I got to the bulletin boards, I was slam worn out already. So I just thought that I was exhausted because these bulletin boards were huge. But for some reason today, I just breezed right through them. So, I don't know. Maybe it's because I lost weight and I'm not getting tired as quickly. I don't know. Or it just could be, you know, being in the same room and knowing I don't have as much to do. So I'm not really sure, but this was not so hard today. So I'm very thankful. I just realized that my box with all of my desk stuff is at home, and that contains my staples. So I might be stopping the bulletin board stuff for today. We'll see. I found some broken pieces of staple sets, so that will work. This may be the last year that I'm allowed to have this miniature refrigerator in my classroom. I'm not really sure what the rules are going to be when we move into the newly built school that they're working on. So I'm going to enjoy it as long as I can. I really love having this for healthy snacks and drinks. It's just so nice to have them right in my room and not have to worry about going down the hall on my way to lunch to grab what I need. So fingers crossed they will let me keep it at least this year, and if I'm not allowed to have it in the new school, oh well. But, you know, I'm gonna enjoy it while I can. So, I got my desk in place. I do not absolutely love my Africa thing back there because for one thing, I don't know what these dark marks are on it. I don't know if I can get those out if I take it home and wash it. I don't know. Also, it's just kind of awkward, like the space that it takes up, and it's not centered perfectly. I centered it like with that, but not with this. So I gotta put some stuff around it, but that's okay because I got plenty of stuff that I could put around it from Africa, which I will probably do later, but only once I know that this is my spot for next year for sure. So over here, I want to put a strip of like corkboard that I can pin things into, including my Letterland poster, and then I want to put up my camping mural back there for the library, but I got to get that down first. So let's go out in the hallway and finish what I was doing out there because I kind of like left off with a little task undone. Then I'll be able to take the step ladder back into the room. So let's finish this and then we can do that. I'm setting you on the drinking fountain, so don't fall. This will be bordered later, but not today. It was at this point that Joe ended up showing up with a snack from Taco Bell, and he came to help me get a few things done. It was actually so helpful because I didn't know I was going to have him. So he helped me get these corkboard strips up onto the wall so that I can just tack things up whenever I want to hang like my Letterland pocket chart or any posters or anything like that. So he helped me with that. Then we also moved the heavy furniture together, which was so much faster and easier. And he even helped me figure out my desk setup with the new spacing in my teacher desk in the other spot. Husbands are the best when it comes to classroom setup, and he pretty much knows this is part of the job description now. So it used to bother him, I think, in the early days, but now he's just like ready for it, and he is such a trooper. He never complains. He's always so helpful, and he shows up and does more than what I need. So I really appreciate him. No matter where they are, they can't be too far to where they can't see the board. So we got to make sure they can see. I'm a new teacher, if you're trying to figure out your classroom layout, there are some great ones just on the internet. So if you just do a Google search of classroom layouts and give the number of students that you're trying to set up, it will just generate a whole bunch of different ideas for you, which is really helpful. I've done different ones over the years, but I just like the groups of 4 or 5 the most. It seems like I keep gravitating back towards them. I have a max of 18 students, so I am doing 2 tables of 4 and 2 tables of 5 students. You're probably right, this is going to have a room back here. That one probably will too.
I'm not so sure about that one, but probably. Because you could put 5 right here in the center. And put the 4. Questioning, where are you going to keep your little table right here?
That is where it's going to be.
Okay.
This is where it's going to be, only I might move it up a little bit. I want plenty of room back there. A straight row of kids like this to make it a little bit more room, and then we can put a group over here. Just make this kid turn around.
Put a 5th one there. And then you can have 2 smaller 4 groups of 4.
I feel like every year one of the hardest parts is making sure that the student desks are not too close together so that when they pull their chairs out, they're not going to bump into each other. And also, one little tip for you if you're a new teacher is to put a little piece of tape on the floor in the corners of where you want the student desks to be, so that if the students kind of move their desks around, then they will be able to get back into position quickly whenever you ask them to. It's a constant battle in the classroom keeping the furniture where you originally placed it, and something that as a new teacher I didn't think about until my students got there, and then I was like, oh no, I have to figure this out again because they've moved the desks around and you spend so much time getting them ready. So it's like one of those things that you fight all year long, and just having that little marker on the floor really helps the kids help you keep things where they're supposed to be.
It's, just trying to make sure they're not backing into each other on either side so much, You don't want to move those too much or you're too close to your table students. This is a pretty close on what it would be.
Yeah.
And you still got your
Straight path.
straight path. I like it.
I think it's pretty good. You also want to think about the walkways that you're going to have throughout your room, like where you as a teacher are going to be able to walk amongst your students to check on progress, and also where the students are going to be lining up. All of these little things are things that you just need to take a moment to reflect on as you sit in your space and imagine the classroom full of students, like which ways are they going to go for different things like what's your traffic pattern? What do you want to teach the kids as far as which directions they are and are not allowed to go? Because they will try to go in strange ways around your classroom so that they can visit their friend and tap on their shoulder or, you know, just play around. So thinking about your traffic patterns and what you want to set as the norm is helpful. Well, we got so much done today. I feel so proud of all that we accomplished. Like I said, having Joe there was really helpful. So that's another tip. If you think about it, see if there's someone that can come and help you just move furniture and things like that. It's just going to go so much faster to have a second set of hands and also a second pair of eyes on the classroom as you're thinking about like what's going to work and what won't work. It's helpful to have like two heads together on that. But I'm so happy that we got all that done the first day. I didn't know if we were going to get that much done the first day. I only have one bulletin board that I need to cover. I still need to do all my borders, but I haven't even bought the borders yet. So that'll be in the next video that I'll tell you about that. I have a really cute idea. I'm adding fireflies to my camping theme this year. So that's like the only change that I'm gonna do is to add fireflies. So that'll be a lot of fun, and I'm gonna look online and see what I can find between now and classroom setup. This is what the room looks like so far. I'm so happy with how much we got done. There's my teacher area. I have all of my student groups. I have my small group area. There's room behind it so that I can write on the board. I just feel like this is a much more functional layout. It's a much better use of this space than last year. Hope you'll join me for the rest of the classroom setup. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Don't give up, 'cause you're tired of waiting, all grown up. California dream.